Well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Manchester City. We've made ourselves look like a fool against their C team. Guard of honor was provided, title lifted, and yeah, it's a story of our life, story of our life. But you know what? This is not what we're going to truly talk about. We're going to talk about Dusan Vlahović as well. But of course, we will touch up on the match. Yet again, Frank Lampard has done a madness, absolute madness.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to talk about the match reaction review later in the video. First up, let's talk about the latest in Chelsea news. The blockbuster news that was floating around before the match started was this particular news. Chelsea have made Dusan Vlahović their number one target for the summer and have made an 80 million offer for the striker, sources have told Julien Laurens. Of ESPN, the French reporter. So, look, everyone got so excited. There was a lot of people that got excited. There's actually quite a few that weren't excited, but many that did get excited about this. And very, very soon after the match, Mr. Fabrizio Romano absolutely squashed those rumors. Understand Chelsea haven't sent 80 million bid for Dusan Vlahović as of now. He's one of many strikers appreciated at the club, but no bids talks yet. Bayern and Man United remain in the race for Vlahović, but still wanting for Juventus's decision. So, look, let's talk about this particular situation a little bit. Dusan Vlahović, he's 23, he's young. There's still room for improvement. There's still room to develop. That's all fine and dandy. But this season hasn't been that great. Do you know what? I was under the impression that last two seasons haven't been great, but last season he joined Juventus, I think around January. So prior to that, at Fiorentina, he did really well. So a lot of people have been saying, is it Allegri tax perhaps that's causing the damage on Dusan Vlahovic's performance? Because prior to that, at Fiorentina, he was very, very electric, great finishing, powerful player. Physically, he's very, very good. I mean, he can hold up for himself. Definitely someone who I believe, from a physical standpoint, can match it up in the Premier League. Aerially, he's very strong as well. Not quite technical with the ball, not bad at all. And at Fiorentina, there was a lot of hype. There was a lot of push for him from many clubs. Arsenal Football Club really wanted Dusan Vlahović, and he rejected them. Went to Juventus, but since he joined Juventus, it's not been good. It's been very, very bad this season. I think in all club competition, 14 goals out of 41 matches. That's not a good return for a striker. So I thought, look, he has the attributes, he's got the skill set, I suppose, to be a Premier League striker, but is he at a stage where, is he declining? It's crazy to say. It's 23, but he probably started football a long time ago. Who knows? Fiorentina, he was doing really, really well there. But maybe it is Allegri tax. Maybe in this particular scenario that Allegri's style of football is not getting the best out of Dusan Vlahović. That could possibly be it in this situation. But how confident are we to say that if he comes to the Premier League, joins Chelsea Football Club, that we can provide him that level of service that that saw him rise up to the top when he was in Fiorentina? Or is he going to turn out to be one of those type of players? Do you guys remember Piatek? The guy had the gun celebration, and then there was also another player who plays for Real Madrid, another Serbian player. I forgot his name. Lukovic or something like that. He used to play for Frankfurt. Is he going to turn out to be one of those type of players? I remember Andrea Bellotti as well, one of those players who was so hyped, and then since then he's been fizzled out. Like, is Dusan Vlahović one of those level of players, or is he of the caliber of some of the top strikers that's floating around the moment? So look, bottom line is there is no offer, and on top of that, 80 million euros, man, 80 million euros for Dusan Vlahović. That's quite mad. And it looks like there's Bayern Munich who's interested, there's Man United who's interested. I don't know, man. Look, personally, me, I'm not too keen. When you've gone, I know Ivan Toney is not a name that can be relied upon right now. It's too much of a risk. But Ivan Toney, you might as well just maybe wait for Ivan Toney. is at least somewhat Premier League. Well, somewhat, he definitely is Premier League proven. But I understand there's risk. What I'm trying to get to with Vlahović, I don't know if this is enough, man. I really don't think this is enough. Yeah, he seems like he's got all the attributes, but I just don't feel it. But you guys let me know in the comment section. Let me know if Vlahovic's rumor was to be true, or do you want it to be true? Do you want Vlahović at Chelsea Football Club? Let me know. For me, if we don't give him the service, he's going to be another one of those strikers that's going to struggle at Chelsea Football Club. And he's not one of those mobile strikers that can play on the left side, right side, can drop deep. If we're looking for mobility, if we're not looking for a targetsman, and even as a targetsman, I don't know how much of a hold up and a link up game that he has, and can he fare against some of the really, really tough defenders in the Premier League? Some question marks obviously there. So, ladies and gentlemen, you let me know. I'm not utterly excited about it, but if it was to happen as well, I'm okay with it. Can Poch get the best out of this guy? As I said, 23. Even though I feel, is he one of those type of, as I said, Piatek, Andrea Bellotti, and that other guy from Frankfurt who plays for Real Madrid. I forgot his name. He doesn't play for Real Madrid anymore. He's moved somewhere, but you know who I'm talking about. Is he one of those cases? I don't know. Let's talk about the match now, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I don't want to get into the details of player performances and this, that, the other. I just want to get to the main topics. Look, we lost 1-0. They probably could have scored more. They put on a C team. They summed up the situation very quickly, Man City. They thought, you know what? It's a pointless match. They're already champions. It's a feel-good factor situation for them. If they can get a victory, fantastic. So they put out their C team. They had players like Cole Palmer. Look, Cole Palmer, even though we say C team, with no disrespect at all, with utmost respect. Do you know what I mean? Rico Lewis, very, very good player. They got some fine players coming through for the future. Foden played as well. Riyad Mahrez. They had Emerick Laporte, Akanji, and Calvin Phillips in midfield. So they summed it up very quick. Pep Guardiola summed up the situation very quick that, look, I don't want to risk any of the high-quality players. Let's play with these guys. And surely enough, I still believe that they were going to win. But what were we thinking with our lineup? Honestly, what were we thinking? I don't even want to bring up the lineup because I want to talk about Chukweumeka. We had three at the back, Azpilicueta as the wing back. We had Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Conor Gallagher, Enzo Fernandez. And up front, we had Sterling and Havertz. Why? What are we trying to gain? Why are we playing players like Chukweumeka? Why are we playing players like Madueke? Why are we playing players like Mudryk? Why are we playing players like David Fofana? It's Frank Lampard has found a new level of worse, like new level of patheticness after Graham Potter. I didn't think it was possible, but he's found not just one new level, he's found several levels of patheticness. Even though we thought there is no way after Graham Potter it can go any worse than that. Chukweumeka, I'm so surprised. Like, we've stopped this brother going to the under-20s World Cup only for him to be benched and watch Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Conor Gallagher. I don't care. I don't care what you guys have to say about, Ruben was so good through midfield. He dribbled past. He had a good driving runs. I don't care. He's got one leg in AC Milan already. Why are we risking him to get injured? Conor Gallagher didn't do anything either. As I said, I don't want to talk about the player performances. Everyone was poor. We should have. There was probably a 5 to 10 minute spell in the first half where we could have scored. Raheem Sterling missed an opportunity. Conor Gallagher's header. In the second half as well, Raheem Sterling had a couple of chances. But to be honest, they had some really good chances as well. From free kick in the second half, there was a header from Calvin Phillips. They had quite a few other chances in the first half as well. I don't know how the XG has worked out for us. Surely they should have beaten us with XG, but that's the thing about XG, man. And this is their C team, so well drilled, so well positioned. It didn't matter. Yeah, okay, the quality was obviously less than their normal team, but the organization, the structure, the philosophy, the principle of play was still the same. Cole Palmer was just ripping into Azpilicueta left, right, and center. Just ripped him a new one. Foden. Julian Alvarez. So good, man. So good. They didn't even need to put out their best team. I'm so upset with Frank Lampard. This is what he had to say about Chukweumeka. You've got to wait your time and have to understand I want to get him minutes, but I have to think about my job. He has to think about his job. He has to think about his job. This is so poor. This is so pathetic from Frank Lampard. Disgusting, man. I understand why a lot of people are losing respect for Frank. You've got to wait your time and have to understand, I want to get him minutes, but I have to think about my job. I thought he did well. When he came on, he got 10 minutes and he did look good. Why didn't he just start? He has to think about his job. Frank Lampard's thinking about his job. He's not thinking about Chelsea. He's thinking about his job. If you're thinking about Chelsea, you'd be playing Madueke, you'd be playing Mudryk, you'd be playing Chukweumeka, you'd be playing David Dutcher Fofana. What did Kai Havertz give us? A bunch of nothing. A bunch of nothing. Look at Enzo Fernandez. He's getting fed up. This was one of the counter-attack scenarios that we had, I believe, in the second half. And Enzo Fernandez finds himself as the only player up front, surrounded by a whole heap of Manchester City players. And Enzo Fernandez just got his hands up. What's going on? Who am I going to pass? 53 minutes. Enzo Fernandez fuming after looking up and seeing no one to pass to. This is the setup. This is the organization that we have under Frank Lampard. Lampard, no, I would not be interested in staying as coach. A new coach will come in and bring his own coaches. Oh, thank God. Do you actually think you're in the running? You should not even consider management ever again. Not only I don't want to see you for Chelsea ever again as a manager or any level of duties at Chelsea Football Club. I hope you don't pick up another job with another club either, because you're going to get them relegated. It's not fair. Stop management. Absolutely stop management. You're not good enough. You need to understand. You need to know who you are. You're not good enough. Don't take up another managerial job and destroy that club as well and that fan base. How you have managed to go even worse than Graham Potter, kudos to you. Only you can do that. Kudos to you. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, not much to talk about that particular match. As I said, guard of honor given. Hopefully all our players saw the trophy being lifted by Manchester City. What a team. Congratulations to Manchester City. Congratulations to Pep Guardiola. Congratulations to the entire team. Machine of a team. Three-peat and last 5 Premier Leagues. 5 of the last 6 Premier Leagues they've won. Utter domination. And they keep changing and chopping their style of football every season, and it don't matter. I even think next season they might even play with Haaland and Julian Alvarez up front, 2-striker up front. Bring that formation back. So yeah, kudos to City, and yeah, disgusting, absolutely disgusting from Chelsea Football Club. I mean, is this what we're going to expect against Man United, against Newcastle? More of, I mean, Frank talks about, these are the next few matches are very important to impress the new manager. Impress who? Who's going to impress? Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Azpilicueta, Havertz. Come on, man. Come on. It's just stupid. Absolutely stupid. Chelsea's loss to Manchester City means that they can no longer catch up to Fulham's 52 Premier League points this season. Both Fulham and Brentford will finish above Chelsea in the Premier League for the first time in the history. Congrats to them as well. Levi Colwell, this is a very good news. We'll finish things off with a good note. Levi Colwell won the most duels, 8, and most tackles, 2 in today's game against Southampton. Colwell also boasted a 92% pass accuracy and got an assist. Brighton won 3-1. Levi Colwell, another very, very good performance. Kudos to him, and I can't wait to see him come to Chelsea Football Club and work under Pochettino. And shout out to Brighton, man. Roberto De Zerbi. First time Brighton has secured European football in their history. Just that's big. For me, that is huge. And I cannot wait to follow Brighton next season on this channel and catch all their matches on in Europe. We're not going to be in Europe. Might as well catch Brighton being in Europe. So it's going to be exciting. So look, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we talked about, especially the Dusan Vlahović news. Seems like Fabrizio Romano has squashed those rumors straight away. And but I still want to hear from you guys. What is it that you like about Dusan Vlahović? What is it that you don't like about Dusan Vlahović? Comment below and let me know. Would he be a success at Chelsea? Would he be a success in the Premier League? And also the match in itself. Manchester City 1 and Chelsea 0. What do you think about that? I thought not giving minutes to youngsters poor, absolutely poor. But yeah, smash up the like button if you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, see you.